Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm a little bit behind schedule today. My son decided that he wasn't really feeling my schedule. So, all you mommies of toddlers, you know how that goes, and daddies of toddlers. But anyway, I'm here. It is Monday. It is a new week. And I want to talk about de-weaponizing forgiveness. So on this Motivation Monday, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to jump right into it. And it's this is a topic that I have been really thinking about for quite some time. And sorry about the noise. Decided to sit outside because the weather is so much nicer now. And when I say de-weaponizing forgiveness, I'm specifically talking about abusive and toxic relationships. So we've all been in a position at some point to need forgiveness, right? We're human. So we've said something that might have hurt someone's feelings. We've done something that might have hurt someone. We then felt remorse. We were genuinely apologetic for what we did. And we displayed that, and we had changed behavior. So we didn't do that again. That type of forgiveness is very different. It comes from a different place, right? Because you know that person's intent was not to hurt you. But what if you are a person who was in an abusive relationship, a narcissistic relationship with a partner, with a parent, with a sibling, with a community leader, whatever position it is, and this person apologized, because typically in an abusive relationships, the abuse happens more than once, right? So they apologize, and then there was no change behavior. You then later remove yourself from that position, from that relationship, and you're told that in order for you to heal, to truly process, to move forward, and to release yourself of that negativity, you have to, you're not asked, you have to forgive that person. Hey, Brittany, you have to forgive that person. So you weren't asked to be abused. You weren't given the option to not be abused, but you're now then told you have to forgive that abuser, knowing that that abuser isn't sorry. So what happens then is, and keep in mind, we're talking about abusive relationships. So what happens is the onus to forgive, it becomes another baggage that abused person has to carry. Society doesn't look at the abuser and say, you should be feeling sorry for what you did. You have to go apologize. I'm not no pastor. You have to go apologize. You have to go make it right. You hurt that person. You know why? Because we know they don't care. In fact, they can't be controlled. And their lack of self-control is what allows them to do such terrible things to you. And because we as a society cannot control these abusers and toxic people, we can't control their behavior. And saying we can't control it usually sounds something like, well, you know how Susie is. You know how he or she is. Just ignore them. You be the bigger person. So we take that onus off of them and we put it on you because they lack self-control. But you are caring, compassionate. You have control. You don't mistreat people for no reason. You genuinely feel sorry or badly when you hurt someone, and you apologize and you try not to do it again. They do not care. So now you're carrying the burden of being mistreated, abused, beat down, whatever situation you were dealing with, molestation, all the things that people are carrying. And on top of that, and oftentimes if you're being abused, you don't forgive yourself for even being abused, right? So now you're asked, oh, by the way, you don't want to go to hell? Because you did something wrong, right? You don't want to go to hell? You need to go figure out how to abuse that person or how to forgive that person. Why is that something that is a part of the journey of the abuse? Why are we not practicing or telling people to focus on healing first? And if forgiveness follows, then that's great. Because forgiveness by itself is you're choosing to release that that those ill feelings and those negative thoughts and things about that person, you're choosing to be in a place, you're finally in a place of being able to forgive, and you're choosing to release those ill feelings. But you have to heal first. The pressure is unreal. So I felt that this topic was so important to talk about because there are people out there who have been constantly mistreated. And forgiveness was weaponized. And this is something that happens so often. Forgiveness becomes a weapon. And what do I mean by that? When a person who's, let's say, narcissistic, toxic, controlling, when they mistreat you, they do something. I'm going to use a romantic example because it's a bit easier to use that, right? You're in a committed relationship. This person cheats on you for the third or fourth time. They tell you, they have the crocodile tears, I'll never do it again, I'm so sorry. You believe them, or you don't believe them. But you choose to take them back in for whatever reason. You forgive too quickly. And because you never dealt with what actually happened to you 2 weeks down the road, a month down the road, whatever, you're triggered. It could be something you saw in a movie, something you heard someone say. It could be anything that triggers you. You're triggered. You then go to that said partner and you say, hey, it still bothers me that you stepped out on me. It still bothers me that you betrayed my trust. And a person who is healthy, for one, it wouldn't have been a third or fourth time if they're healthy. But a person who is healthy is going to say, you know what, you're right. Whatever it takes for you to get past the hurt that I caused you, let's do this. This is a healthy person. An unhealthy person will say, you're still on that? You're not over it? You told me you forgave me, weapon. You told me you forgave me, which meant to me that was a reset button. And I could do whatever I wanted to do moving forward because you forgave me. And now that you forgave me, don't say nothing else. And the next time I do it again, because I'm going to do it again, you better not bring up what I did in the past because you forgave me. It's a weapon. Forgiveness almost becomes a pass. I'm allowing you to continue to mistreat me. The true definition of forgiveness is so lost. And we're focusing on that when we really, in fact, should be focusing on what are some healthy ways to remove yourself so that this doesn't keep happening to you. That's what the real focus should be on. Once you remove yourself, do some self-work, figure out what it is, you'll look at that person for who they are, and then you can say, I no longer hold ill feelings towards you because your problems are not my baggage. Your problems are not my concern. I release that from you. But we're being told to forgive and release too quickly before we ever even deal with it. To keep peace, which is a trauma response. It's easier for me to tell that abused, that victim, forgive your brother. You know how he is. Just give him a break. You know, he'll come back around. But you're not like that. You be the bigger person. So you want us to be abused, mistreated, and then validate the abuser and make them feel good about themselves because we're somehow stronger. That's when it becomes a weapon. And feel free if I know you guys can see me. Obviously, I can't see you, but I see that there are quite a few of you watching and tuning in. So thank you guys all for tuning in. I always appreciate that. Feel free to comment, leave your comments, and I try to address it. But what we're talking about today is de-weaponizing forgiveness. I am a transformation coach, and I assist individuals to get from where they are in their healing journey to where they want to be. So people who are exiting, recovering, transitioning from abusive relationships, I walk alongside you to figure out how can we get you from where you are in this place of hurt or where you are in this place of feeling stuck and getting to that point of reclaiming your power and walking into that abundant mindset, setting those boundaries. And in this case, the boundary is I'm choosing not to forgive at this part of my journey. That is a boundary. And please don't hear that I'm saying that you should never forgive someone. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, if you're merely saying, I forgive you, but you don't believe it, you're not forgiving them anyway. So what needs to happen is figuring out what work you need to do to even feel comfortable releasing that and not succumbing to the pressure. And then if this doesn't apply to you, not putting the pressure on people to always quickly forgive. Forgive doesn't always have to be the first thing that comes up when someone says, hey, you know, I've been abused. Hey, I've been molested. Hey, I've been mistreated. Hey, whatever. Okay. All right. But make sure you forgive them. That should not be the first response. We have to address the issue first and see where that fits in the process. Because I do wholeheartedly believe that holding anger, resentment, and ill feelings will affect you. That negativity will absolutely affect you. And I'm always a fan. If you've watched any of my lives, read any of my blogs, I believe in releasing that negativity. Absolutely 100%. But what I am saying is, do not beat yourself up about that if that's not where you are. Do not add that additional pressure onto yourself if that's not where you are. Because you, like I said, you didn't choose to be mistreated. You didn't choose to be where you are. But you do get to choose how you choose to heal. I'm sorry, that's flying overhead. You do get to choose how you move forward. So understand that there is power in releasing negativity and releasing the hatred that is a human reaction when you're being mistreated. There is power in releasing that. But there is also something to be said about releasing it too soon when you're not ready, or pretending that you've released it and you have not. So instead of pressuring people to quickly let things go and hurry up and move forward, let's start encouraging people to process, because it'll come. It's a natural part of the healing journey. It will come. Releasing will come. But you should not have to focus on that initially. So thank you guys all for tuning in on this Monday. I hope you guys have a great Monday. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself, and that you continue to just love, heal. We all can heal no matter where you are in life. Healing is for everyone. And continue to have a peaceful journey, whatever that means for you. Happy Monday.